swap them here and grab this extra, like, a little bit to charisma by putting on the Borderlands charisma belt. Here, this guy. No, not that guy. Where does he go? No, we'll drink that this life. Drink that in a little bit. Where did that bloody belt go? There it is. So, like, we're really only losing some con to do that. We can slot con. Right? So, what all's on this belt? 41 false life as opposed to 38. So, we'll lose a little bit of hit points, but it's fine. Strength 6, which I think is our only strength item, and Constitution 11. I think we can improvise something, right? We have a 5. Ooh. Means we gotta buy a slot out of the store. It's fine. Ba-dum. Ba-bum-bum. My phone has let me know that we have gone live, y'all. Alright. So we should be able to do at least 11, right? 24? What's the biggest con bonus we can get at 21? Maybe highest to lowest. And then let's get into... These are like higher, right? There's also 24. But this belt is... Hey, good morning, Slab. Insightful 4. So if we make this level 24, we could actually do better by assembling something with augments. So let's try to keep it as low as we can. So maybe it... Is there not a diamond of Constitution 10? There's an 8. Is there really not a 10? Constitution 9. And an 11. Okay, I guess there's no 10s. Seems weird. I think it's probably fine. Oh, nice. And we had enough doodads in there that it didn't go. Alright, so let's put this here, and let's put this here. And that'll make this usable on 21 instead of a different belt. And that's like quite a bit more charisma. Three more charisma. It's probably worth it. There's a lot of shenanigans I would do for 3 charisma today. Spell DCs, man. Spell DCs. Yeah, because we had 3 insightful charisma here. Which means if we just had like a straight up whatever the biggest possible charisma cloak was at this level, we could probably do some stuff. Anyway, are you on your way to Reno with the missus? Sure to tell her that I said she looks lovely. Good, good. My guts are like all... no, I don't think I'm gonna play Super Gear Tetris on this build. I'm not planning on spinning forever on this. In fact, if we can be done with this build by the end of by tomorrow, we'll probably turn into something else. All right, bud. Travel safe. Appreciate your supports as always. Win lots of money, so you want to donate it to me. Win 3 times the amount of money that you would like to have, so you can send me a third. Yeah. Okay. Let's look at the elephant panel. What do we got going on here? A whole lot of nothing, that's what. Evening Star Challenges. I'm actually kind of in for this, I think. It's one of the things that I've been looking at trying to do more often. Okay. Join. Well, Evening Star Challenge. That's a lot of experience for not a lot of effort. They really are. Hey, good morning. Thought look to see. They didn't say where they're assembling, I guess. Well, there's nobody here. The only other person is there. Let's see where they wanted to start. Let's get that experience going, man. Experience train! See if anyone would like to tell us where they want to start at. Looks like they're in the caverns. Let's go that way. Also, how did this guy get from here to gone without me seeing a move? Interesting. Yeah, I'm having a good morning for all things considered already. Things are a little bit on the high pain side, but not that bad. B complex is the best. I don't have that much omega-3 fish oil left. I'm gonna have to remember to order some. So I'm being asked how the build is playing. The build is doing fine. It's just not what I was looking for when I was mentally putting things together. I do think a War Chanter if I wasn't swashbuckling, I was just war chanting, I think that the Renegade Mastermaker would pair really nicely with War Chanter. I would like to put this and this together, probably with some amount of these points here that currently are tied up in Dark Illusionist and Swashbuckler in Favorite Warsoul. Like, if we look at that, there's 15, 19, and 5. So we're talking at what, 38? Never do math on camera. 38 action points, and then we have 2 more over here. So if we could take Tier 5 War Chanter and dump the rest into Renegade Mastermaker because we don't have to worry about swashbuckling anymore, then there's a real possibility that this could be a real beast. Because all this stuff is built around the idea that you need to be in medium armor. And of course, I want to swashbuckle with this, but it's totally possible that we should not be doing it this way. And we should just let swashbuckling go. And it probably will be something we'll try in upgrading to medium armor. Because all this stuff says, why wearing medium armor? Wear a medium, heavier, adamantine body. Like, all this stuff. And this is the stuff that I wanted to kind of play with. Like, 50 extra hit points while in medium armor. You get all this dexterity bonus. Like, all this stuff, like, adds up real good. So, at some point in our leveling process, I'm going to take us out of Swashbuckler and into Warsoul and get the medium armor. Just see if it happens. See if it comes together. I think it will. But it's just so hard to be a single weapon fighter and not swashbuckle. But we get to shave some points down pretty easily if we are not swashbuckling. I mean, obviously most of these get to go, right? But some of the things from the Dark Illusionist tree can go. For example, we don't need You Got Your Back because we pick up Magic Mystical Immunity here. Which means we lose Charisma, which means we're going to be down a Charisma point or something. Alright, well. The LFM's down, the leader's gone, the other person's gone. Wow. Okay, they're coming back. They're coming back. We'll give them a second. It's just like, why are there so few people? Anyway. So if I could get this down to just what you need for Charisma to hit and damage, give up on Color Spray, which will happen in a level or two. Color Spray will just completely not be feasible. If I pull that stuff out, I get this down to what we need. 7 points. To the 7 points here, pull out the Swashbuckler. So that'd be 19 plus 8. So we'd be at 27 points. 27 points in Renegade Mastermaker. Should do a lot of work. Should do a lot of work. Like, we'd definitely be able to pick up the Kinetic Discharge, which is something I'm missing. We'd definitely be able to pick up a lot of this Armor Mastery stuff if we want it. We get all this extra PR MMR. I think there's a thing here. love a Damascus steel. Beef is sending me things on Discord about Damascus steel. He knows it gets me. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love everything about a nice Damascus. The problem with Damascus is that you don't know what its parts are very often. Almost never. I know. Again, when I originally was designing this in my head, it was a merriment of Swashbuckler and Renegade Mastermaker until we needed to move off of Swashbuckler into War Chanter. So I need to find a way to redo the enhancements for here. And I think this will make us feel a lot tankier. Oh. Oops. So we can get all our buffs cast. You could drop the Fate Arc tree. I know it's in love with it, but it's not adding that much to this build in my opinion. The to hit and damage would probably need to stay. But we're about at the point where Color Spray is not going to land anymore. And at that point, we just need to give it up except for the to hit and damage. We'll see any kind of weapon buffs on this guy, so I'm going to give him same on this guy. How's the brain part? Not terrible, but it's early still. Better than yesterday for sure. Like, I have the light on today now instead of sitting in the dark like most of yesterday. So steps in the right direction. Or like, I think for leveling, the Color Spray was really good, but again, I just think our DCs have reached the point where we're not really keeping up with what we need. And I think we could squeeze out more hit points, more PRRs, etc., and act more as, like, as Tobrel would call it, a sturdy melee. With some interesting perks. Oh, boo! I forgot which rune arm I was using now. Shoot things in a straight line is fun until somebody else kills the guy that you're shooting in a straight line. It's so slow. God, I forget how much the Evening Star Challenge stuff is for the amount of effort. Is that the one that you showed me? Oh, that was cool. Yeah, I love a Damascus steel. I love everything about it, except for not knowing what it's made of, typically. feels good. That being said, I need to get a nice sharpening kit for putting a more permanent edge on things. Yeah, I saw that if you buy his, you can cut and grind your own knife, which is kind of sweet, but not for me. Not my rodeo. It would also make us want to give up the evasion, so we lose D-door and evasion. Because we wouldn't stay in this destiny that way. It's probably fine now. We probably... I guess we haven't recapped that destiny, right? No, not yet. But we could easily be in Dreadnought and get the value that we're looking for. But I think this is a strong destiny for this mess, so 6 of one, half a dozen of another. Also, I had trip on my bar and the stun on my bar because we were getting quite a bit of extra bonuses to our stun, even though it was not super high. And our trip, it's possible that we would go back to having trip and stun, and maybe they would land in Dreadnought. Seems unlikely. How is this guy not dead? He's just not targetable? Okay. Very impressive. Oh, excuse me. Ugh. Oh, my player's up. Nice. Nice. Leonard build without evasion kind of stinks. That's part of the reason I think I would be switching to medium. War Chanter lets you go to medium, and everything for the Renegade Master Maker starts at medium, which is what I originally kind of planned on, was a medium fighter. It was like a medium build, but I wanted to swashbuckle, which you can't. Exactly. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to give up swashbuckling and just put all those points basically into medium armor proficiency. And honestly, this just says whatever. Is there a Renegade Mastermaker thing that gives you heavy? Because if I could get away with heavy armor even, I would take it. Like, I don't know if it's worth the decrease of or not. I feel like it's probable that it is. Yeah, I like medium, but I would take heavy because Renegade Master Maker gives you a lot of, like, increase your dodge bonus to increase your dodge chance. Like, you could probably get a pretty... Oh, what am I doing? That's a stupid thing. You could probably get 15 to 20 dodge, I think, pretty easily. Like I said, I'm barely... Oh, this is just eat a bunch of guys. Stuff back under control. What do we got? We got a couple of priestesses. They're all just going to eat each other. Hot. What do we have to do now? We just have to live. Somebody's stun's working better than mine. I don't know, I feel like at some point I have to try it on this life and see. Because I feel like that's the... You'll have situations where you'll want to put your armor on and have evasion, and then there's going to be the rest of the time. Try to intimidate. Did you see the news beef that is it Scott Batchelor? No, that can't be right. Yeah, maybe. I think that's right. The guy who played Jonathan Archer is very likely to reprise his role as Jonathan Archer for Strange, what is it called? The Strange New Worlds or something like that? Strange New Worlds? The Pike show on CBS. I understand why we're fighting underneath the doodad here. What's crazy is the timeline for where the Strange New World would be set up will be... It's already 100 years... Well, it's not quite 100 years, but it's close. You'd rather be surprised? Yeah, I didn't have much of a choice. It just kind of showed up, and I was like, that is very interesting to me. It's not confirmed. But I suspect things like... oh, you didn't even know there was another show? Oh, yeah, the Pike spinoff. I don't know how you lived under a rock and didn't know that. I think they even talked about it. Didn't they talk about it in Discovery? Sort of? Or hint about it? I know. I'm currently watching season 2 of Discovery so I can get to season 3. The wife has never watched it, so I'm watching it with her for the first time. Yeah, I think Paramount Plus is going to become the Star Trek channel. They should. That's what Star Trek... Is it Star Trek U? No. Or not Star Trek. Stargate Worlds? Or something like that? Should probably be. Where they just get investment for people to make these smaller Stargate Universe type or Stargate shows, etc. All this, yeah, all this stuff works for Medium. Or the only reason I would do heavy would be if it, like, if it did heavy, it would probably be fine. But getting a oh, these are just people saying voices way too late. Okay. I said I would prefer to do medium probably, but you never know. And you keep a robe or whatever and this armor too for like quick change. Oh god, I need evasion. You quick change into a robe and then you fiddle with it later. Alright, good. I thought so, but you never know. You never know. Alright. People get reset yet? I started doing that thing that I do sometimes that I shouldn't do in a quest, aka look at Twitter. Because my brain is wandering around 10,000 other things and not what it's supposed to be working on. As is its way. Alright, let's start handing out a little bit of weapon buffs to people if they stay close enough to get one. Nope. Hold still. That's not the button I wanted. Hold still. Hold still. Get this weapon buff. Get it. Nope. Actually, I wonder if we'd be better off having cold. I haven't looked at it closely, but in this build I'm thinking it needs 3 combat feats. Empty hand mastery, improved critical finesse, perception. Oh, are you talking about your single weapon fighter build that you're looking at? On, I think if I were to do this a couple more times, I would figure out. I know there's a thing here I just gotta find it. And right now I'm mostly just disappointed with the damage. But I feel like the self-healing is improved because I took the... Bye, dog. Thanks, hit detection. Well, the builder does make damage. Well... Trying. I still feel like this overlaps fine. Play within the realizations that we have here. Oh no. I just keep thinking that this would be better off as the Faye Buckler type build. It would just be stronger. But I also could have turned this into a thrower frame, which was my original plan upon TR, but I just didn't want to. I didn't feel like I had satisfied my objectives the first time through. Hey Velo, what's going on? Like, stuff like that just weirds me out. Like, I don't understand why we get those kind of things. I'm just in a pug doing Evening Star challenges at the moment, so... Not doing anything overly exciting. I did not see anything over stimulus checks, but I had just barely started to peruse Twitter this morning when I started becoming a real boy. Yeah, maybe. Oh no, again, my original plan, it was 15.5. Because I wanted tier 5 War Chanter. It's what the other thing I wanted to play with. In my brain, War Chanter and Renegade Master Maker meld beautifully. I've not figured out how to put them together and still swashbuckler. They don't. That's the answer. So I just need to give up on swashbuckler. Just swashbuckler is so good in general for this sort of stuff. Are we getting the other ones just because we're bored? Is that the plan? So I'm not really about that life. So like I said, we can stay in this Destiny, or we could jump over to the melee Destiny. Try to ramp our damage up that way. It's probably more correct. I have such a weak spot for evasion and D-door. I don't even want to go out there and fight mimics. Just don't. I know that some friends of mine are up in arms over the not all men hashtag again. For those of you who don't know about that, I believe she was a British woman, was recently attacked and killed in, I believe, London by, I think, a police officer. Maybe I shouldn't try to recall all the details of the case. Clearly I'm up to snuff. But long story short, another woman was attacked and killed by a man. And as usual, people are taking offense that, you know, we would like to blame the person who committed the crime and not everybody. If you blamed everybody by their skin color, it would be racist. Everyone by their religion, it would be phobic of some sort. But you can blame all people with a ding-dong for the actions of one guy. I'm not on board. But as usual, my case is always the same of protect yourselves. Dragon here. Sweet. Hey, dragon. Well, if someone else is going to have aggro, I'm going to grab the shadow training then. And it can be that bad. Like, I didn't intimidate or anything and pull the aggro off the guy who started early. Again, I realize that my desires for what I want are different. I want to be able to screw around and still feel good about it. Which is not usually something that goes together in builds. You usually don't get to eat your cake and keep it. What iconic am I doing next? I'm probably... I mean, technically I have one more Bard life to do. Or Bard life. One more Tiefling life to do. But I think I'm going to try the Shifter because I want to try a Barbarian again. And I'd like to... Because I'm leaning that way for the hardcore really badly. And I kind of want to try it with the Shifter stuff. I'm thinking like mostly Druid and a little bit of Barbarian. But it might be the other way around. Probably wisdom based. Although with the iconic, you're strength based, right? Yeah, as soon as I finish the... So I'm going to do one thing for the hardcore pass, because I think hardcore is going to be in 2 weeks. So I want to do a life where I kind of focus on if I like this style enough to do it on the hardcore, or if I want to look at something completely different. Because honestly, I'm bouncing back and forth between the Favorite Soul tank, the Barbarian tank, and like a Renegade Mastermaker type tank. Quad damage. I don't know. I also feel like I probably should have used the caught in the web weapon instead of instead of this, the drow weapon. Yeah, but I played those. I'm comfortable with those. The goal this hardcore is to be uncomfortable. At least for our first life. Like, if I just wanted to go, I'll just play a PDK human. Or a PDK paladin. Choose drow sword. I don't want to be scared every 5 seconds that I'm going to die. I want to do, as somebody in this conversation likes to point out, that I have certain things that I am very comfortable in, and some things that I'm much less comfortable in. And that's part of the reason why I like doing this melee stuff is important, trying to widen my comfort zone. So we're going to try really hard to focus on take my level on the way here. Also, I don't feel like that was that great of experience. Like 100,000. I'm like 50 minutes. Yeah, it's just I had the same conversation with Tobrell last night. I'm not saying that melee's bad. It's just not the style that I'm most comfortable with. I do like two-handed fighting, I think the best. Although I like this style. Okay, were you guys done? Okay, they are done. Okay. Alright, if they're done with this, I'm going to figure out what else I want to do then. Even 2 weapons does great single turret DPS. Yeah, I mean, I had fun doing... I know cultured here. I know where this quest is. There are a lot of experience. Yeah, screw it. Let's jump in those. Yeah, I'm on my way. If anyone has a share, that would be great. Thanks, mate. But, like, I had fun doing the ASMR lives the Scourges, even though I still felt like it wasn't at the same DPS level that I want it to be. But it was fine. Visani 2 Weapon Rogue might be the highest DPS in the game. Yeah, I mean, and I haven't played one of those in a while. I would be down to try one of those at some point. I mean, I'll have all sorts of Shatterkai lives coming up soon. I'm like right here. It's over there, maybe?
Welcome to the service of Nether. You now serve
Yeah, over here.
and a glorious
I hate this zone.
the 12 princes.
Nothing looks like anything. It all just looks like one big blob of crap.
Yet soon, Nether will recount to Cormyr, and Waylun will become the newest province of our empire.
The Shawnee Assassin feels good 1 to 30 in your opinion? The biggest thing that you need to farm for that character is probably the Dreadkeeper set. No trappers here.
Showed no mercy during their assault on this camp. With the native defenders defeated, the criminals tear down the barricade.
Oh, never mind. I thought there was a way that was like trap way. I need to learn this quest better. Is that Ravenloft? No, that's Sharn Docks. This quest chain is Waylun Prison. It depends on the difficulty you decide to do, right? It is, but what I mean is, like, I won't even bother to try to solo it on Epic until I'm level 30. But I will happily go do it at your level, on heroic levels, if I want to farm heroic gear. Which at the level range that you're currently at would probably be correct. But the other thing to keep in mind is that I will be... Why are we not getting any heals? There we go. Do I have a wish list for stuff I still need for the bus? The wife and I were kind of talking over some things. And we still need the toilet. I still need to figure out some sort of hot water heater situation. I still need 1 more solar panel. Probably 2 more of the batteries. And my standing desk. And we're trying to, like, I want to say use the stimulus check as a way to help power through some of the bus stuff, but a little bit of that. Apparently they went a different way than I did. So, like, we are discussing just getting the toilet now with the stimulus check. Kind of back and forth. Yeah, I have an Amazon wish list. I just haven't put more things in it. I always figured if people wanted to help out like that, they would just send me a message or ask about it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel fuzzy about those kind of things. Yeah, they didn't come here. They didn't do this one. Am I going to put a big frame picture of beef on my bus? Maybe.
Where's my brother and sister? Did you crash her? Footsteps echo from down the hall as more criminals join a theater.
Like, one of the things that I... This is not the way. One of the things that I've been considering doing for the bus, when we do meet new people from, like, DDO and the streams and stuff like that, is have them sign the inside of one of the cabinet doors. And this way they'll, like, people who support the stream or whatever will be able to sign and be part of the bus forever in that way. Alright, apparently I went... I'm going to find the other direction, I think. Do I want to be famous? I do want to be famous. Thank you. How did you know? How did you know? There's got to be another way this way, right? It's like right here. No, there's nothing here. I hate these quests. These quests are so trash. Thinking of doing a bus with mobile esports. The big Ho Bus show. I hope they managed to put all those words together. See, this is the optional, right? The optional doesn't do anything. What am I doing wrong here? This fork, right? We can go this way at this fork instead of that way at this fork. Yeah, I never go this way. Alright, this is what I was doing wrong. Big Bus Ho Show. Yeah, I think they have a thing called that. It's called the Bang Bus, right? Isn't that a thing?
Crumples to the ground. My family wiped out by you bumpkins, she gasps.
This is not the right way. Is it? This might be the right way. Yours would be better? Yours would probably be better. But I don't know that much about the Bang Bus.
You've routed the criminals and ended their scheme to destroy the Wayloon natives. The leader of Harvest Hall motions you are welcome to use Harvest Hall as a place to rest and recover from now on.
Well, I tried. I tried to do traps. I was trying to get the traps. It was not quick enough. Went to college with a girl who works for Pornhub. She is loaded, not unfair. Good at your job, right? I mean, there's something about performing in general that wears on you. But I feel like there's different... Certainly are some performances that wear more than others. I think that's why a lot of musicians have issues. Because when you're putting yourself out there for... Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate it. When you're putting yourself out there for others to consume, it takes a little bit away from you. Well, and I think, again, I don't think it's just musicians. I've had... I said, I worked on the radio. I've seen it happen on people on the radio. I've seen it happen on pretty much everybody who performs in one way or another. I honestly don't think I've ever not seen it happen to somebody. Like, I feel like it always wears somebody down. Stand-up comedians, the same thing. Like, when you go out there and do that kind of stuff, it takes from you. And I imagine that the adult film industry is probably the same. From the sheer number of, like, suicides and overdoses and stuff like that year, they're the only other group that, like, rivals musicians. It seems like. Now, V-Love, if you're telling me that you would like to help sponsor part of the bus build, and you would like to donate a large chunk of money to getting something done, I'll happily send you a couple of items that you can pick up for me. I mean, I don't know too much about the... porn industry. I hear things like everybody does, right? I mean, right now we have about 10, what did we decide? 2, 3, 4. I think I'm in the bus right now for about 9 grand, 10 grand maybe. It certainly has some stuff that needs to be taken care of. But the big items that are left, like I said, is the toilet. It's about $1,000. The 2 big batteries are about $1,000. The one solar panel is like $200. And then it's just like a bunch of wood at that point. Oh, the water heater, which I haven't picked out yet. That's probably $1,000. Did you think it would have been more by now? Like more bus or more money? Like we've been making a lot of the purchases has been for like with an idea for the cost. You know what I mean? Like we've been like everything has been planned out at least in part with the cost in mind. So like there's certainly some decisions that are different. Oh, I gotta buy a fan. These fans are stupid. I said we're probably going to end up around 12 to 15, I think. Because again, the bus itself was 2. Getting all the windows fixed and the repairs to the bus made that we needed probably another $1,000. So let's call it 3. Countertops were 1.5. Solar so far is $1,000. So 4. Let's call it 5. Miscellaneous wood and stuff like that, probably another 500. So we're at... I've lost track. The tires are good. The tires are in good shape. We had to replace some windows. We had to replace the front windows. I ended up going with a slightly less expensive headlight than I wanted. So instead of $200 a piece, I went with $50 a piece headlights. Or $50 for both. I don't know. It was a very, like, comparatively, it was a much less expensive headlight.
Give my regards to the lizard folk.
Shouts a distant voice. The only way forward appears to be through these foul-smelling
Yeah, so the wife, I think I mentioned this on the other stream, but the wife made a comment about being interested in getting a van and vanning through Europe. I know there's some companies that do stuff like that where you can like rent vans, but I don't know if there's any in Europe. I feel like there's probably a good opportunity there to like rent somebody a converted van for like X number of dollars a month or whatever. So they could travel. Yeah, well that's, I said, one of the people that I watch a lot of is, his name is Nate Murphy. He does mostly van stuff, and there's quite a big community for it. I said I watch a lot of what he does. I like a lot of his stuff. Also, I don't know if I'm going to continue to watch them, but the wife and I also watch this couple of Canadian girls called the Van Wives. We watch them every Sunday now. Again, I don't know if it's going to stick around in our schedule. They're no longer doing their band. They were doing a band remodel, which is what I enjoy watching, the building process, to help give ideas and explore things that worked and didn't work without having to go through that pain and suffering myself. That is a big part of how I personally learn. I've always been good at learning the lessons that others want to teach. Or try to, at least. Alright, have a good one, buddy.
The voice taunts you from somewhere quite close.
Do you understand?
Now the real question is, can people get over there without dragging all the aggro around? I bet the answer is going to be no, but every once in a while. Looks like no is the answer. Oh, that one became a soul list on me, huh? Okay. Yeah, nope, we're not playing that game. That guy's hitting effing hard. Thanks, mate.
The voice continues as you climb onto the roof.
You're almost there. Sharp. So you can play your part.
You just play a wizard tank. I should record a talk about how I kind of prep for the hardcore. And some of the other things besides just the build that I do that help me find success. Yeah, I have a feeling that somebody decided they wanted this shrine. They come down here and they got in trouble.
Resting at this small safe house could anger a mysterious figure. And one of
Like, normally I would not do this, but if one person does it, then everyone's host, so we might as well all do it.
the voice calls from the rooftops.
So you find this taxing. You take a break. I take a bite.
One of your allies has died.
Never liked that guy anyway. Whatever my ally is. I don't think haste quite gives the same bonuses. I feel like armor speed does a little more than
Flying colors. Well done. Meet me up on the roof.
some other things here.
As you reach the rooftop, the voice calls out once again.
We meet at long last.
You can now see that the voice belongs to a robed sharp priest.
You and
Ladders hit the roof, and the priest's minions swarm out, ready for battle. Knock the ladders down to help even the odds.
Yep, really, Only got a 250,000 hit points. This should go relatively quickly. Want to save all the special attacks for the prowess boost here. I think we pulled the aggro onto us, right? That feels good. There's a whole lot of bigger DPS than me. So it does feel pretty good. Like we weren't getting our sneak attack dice anymore and stuff like that. Take it.
As you open the cage, you take a moment to remember the allies slain by the mad priest.
Alright, let's see what else is going on the Twitters. Find this one either, but it's easy to find off of this round part here.
What is happening? The world around you
Good.
has
Good.
changed.
I wanted to fall.
It's become a shadow of Wayland, where the streets are hollow and the darkness almost feels alive.
Right here, right? That one? No. Oh, Samus hates this quest train. Alright. It's probably the reason why we're doing it. We'll just keep banging into these quest chains until we either learn them or stop hating them so badly. One of the two.
Netherese snap to attention as a dark form emerges from the shadows. This must be the Shade who commands the Netherese recruitment campaign.
This quest is always a quest that I can't understand people's logic about it. If I could understand it, I think why they do some of the things that they do, it would make I would not have such a big problem with it, but like people rerunning by bad guy or new bad guys when they could just walk back the way they came and avoid a bunch of extra fight, or just like walk over here. Those guys won't see you if you just like walk over there. I don't understand this, the desire to fight more things than necessary. I honestly did not expect take a bunch of strength damage there. Would not have put that high on my list of likely outcomes. Danger, danger.
Smells like secrets.
Good, you ran on right directly in my path between me and the chest, so I couldn't click on it, guy. Thanks, Reaper. It's funny how I shifted the Archon instead of the Reaper.
An angry figure leaps from the bed, furiously disturbed.
Poor Darobard, or however you say this guy's name. It's gotta suck to be the guy who's there to entertain people in a prison. Alright, good. This is a smart guy. Like I said, I usually just run back, but detoring back is equally as good. He's a wizard tank. I like what he's doing. Cultured. That's my kind of... It's definitely my kind of build. A million years past everything. Did we find this chick? We did not. Okay.
Wood groans against metal in the distance as the gate to the Shade's tower opens.
Nice move! Don't forget to use your tail.
Don't forget to use your tail. Don't recall if there's another one.
Yip yip hooray!
Thought so. % bonus. Good enough for this guy. Are they up here? They should be. probably should. Killed many of the Colds, brothers and sisters. Yeah, they can deal with that while I finish this one. Always dotted. Howler quills. Whoops. Gravity. Gravity happened. Boom, 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 boom. Sorry, I got caught up in what was going on here. This comic is funny. Which gladiator will fight today? Ooh, I feel like a kid in a candy store. You got it, boss. I'm gonna save that image and post it. Oh, that was pretty funny. I don't think we need everything going, but I do want some of this stuff going. Oh, come on. I, like, missed everything. He talks way longer than I thought. And stunned, huh? Wow. Stunned for a long time still. Let's hang out. There. You're crushing away. Like, I'm not in general the best person to like stay out of the way of the tank. I do try, but it's not like my big strength to naturally know where the tank's going to be and be on the opposite side. I am trying. So that damage scales 200% with spell power. So that's currently firing off. Does not seem like that much damage. Like an extra hundo? Not even a hundo every time, right? Like 50 to a hundo? You get shoved pretty far back, huh? I guess I didn't notice how far back. We're on Reaper 3. They're giving us a 34 double strike, which is like 10 down from what we had last time, but a 45 attack speed and 130 power. And 209 when we're all prowessed up and stuff. Still feel like it could have been a little... Could be a little higher all the time. But to do that, I think I need to be in the other Destiny.
Before you can question him further, the general slips into shadow forever. A strange mist envelops you, and vertigo clutches your stomach. What is happening?
Hey, looky there.
It's become a shadow of Wayland, where the streets are hollow and the darkness almost fierce. I know dealing with the Shadar Kai presents certain challenges.
Dealing with the Shatter Kai.
Shadow fell in this area, and this alone makes them an essential part of our plan. Besides, they are touched with shadow as we are. We who have been blessed by shadow
Am I just not going to be allowed to get out of here?
against the
I
light.
like moved into there and now I can't get out. This whole area of the map, in my opinion, has always been real bad. This whole quest is poopy.
Your kind will never understand.
Responds the Shadar Kai.
The shadow curse is stone curse. He does this because he must.
What's my hide is 60. My move silence is 62. All right.
Searching the clutter reveals nothing of interest.
I searched that room in the just stealth mode.
Searching the clutter reveals nothing of interest.
It must have come out of there then. I searched it. It did not come up. Well, now I got a bunch of milk on my face. Not egg. Why'd you put egg on your face? That's dumb. Milk. So I find myself slouching in my chair today. Sit up.
Addresses a terrified
Sit up like a bloody adult.
I really did like you, you know. It pains me to think of you.
You've saved the poor captain from being mauled by the Howler. Harlech calls to you from behind the safety of a grate.
You must be the one who killed my friend. Now, you think you can kill more?
Man, these howler quills are a beast. Trying to figure out exactly where we are in the quest here. I think we're getting close to the Indo.
Really? Really?
You thought you saw one of the gargoyles move.
I'm going to save the rest of my big epic powers here for the infight. This infight can be a real humdinger. Mysterious fragmentes. And it looks like people are going back to Shrine.
How Corporal get back home? Panic!
Well, I guess now I'm into Shrine also. I normally am not into shrining, but you get it going.
Time for ambush.
The door is locked. One of the Shade Archive who guard this area must have the key. Karleth stands before another prisoner trapped in a cage.
You were my favorite.
Says the Shade Archive.
I can't bear to think of what will happen to you. My despair will be exquisite.
Karleth moves to attack, his face a twisted mixture of rage and joy.
Oh!
Take it anymore.
Karleth lashes out with his spiked chain.
I should have stayed out of the spike chain, I guess.
Good. You are starting to smell.
Make it stop! Screams the captain.
If I can save this guy, I'd be pretty pleased. Psh.
Some of your life choices.
No longer inflict his cruel whims on Waylun's inhabitants. His hunt for thrills has ended. You've saved the captain from Karleth's deadly devices.
You're back.
Immune to repairs? This is immune to repairs. Wow. Sentient food. Diamond of high plus 18. I'll take that. That's nice. I'm gonna be out here in the instance anyhow. I might as well grab at least a little bit of this Slayers, right? Like, that killing 50 got us to here.
Tell them to hit you, not Kobold.
Should be pretty good. Okay, people are coming back in. Alright. Let's grab these things and get back to work. Ooh, a major?
Done now? Then find Cobalt
Take a major over a lot of things. I wish these end rewards would work for Sentience food. I guess they must have decided that these quests would be too easy to farm out for Sentience food, but it would just give people a reason to help do these quests. In my opinion. Alright. Do not accidentally key to the marketplace. Yes. I've accidentally teleported myself out of this quest into someplace I did not want to go.
Shiny!
It does happen, and it does suck. I don't recommend it. All right. Let's contribute to the quest. Preferably in a meaningful way. I feel like since I'm not leading the group, I'm not responsible for clicking on a bloody thing.
A shade appears this door has been blocked off. The door here has been sealed off with bricks. There must
This one kind of sucks a little bit. Something gave me a big heal. I don't know what it was. Alright, are we fighting? Kinda looks like we're fighting, maybe not. Key over and look and see if we're fighting. Alright, we're definitely fighting. And it's the Samus room with all the Reapers in it. I'm not chasing. I'd rather wait. That's right. Look at my fire. Look at my fire. Take the first hit, you monster. I don't think flame turret's good, but it grabbed the aggro of that monster. It like came right in on it. Like, we might know from which direction he comes from, but we definitely know where he's going. Too proud to accept defeat from one such as me, huh? That's a sad. Let's see. This. Yeah, this way and then north. I'm assuming that they got this one. Yeah, looks good. Looks like they're on their way down. Yep. Just gonna detour.
A barrier of magical shadows blocks this doorway. There has to be another way around it. You have all of the shadow orbs.
Did we miss a shadow orb?
Pedestals to grant further access to the nexus.
Oh, they didn't. Okay. That's my bad. I thought we had gotten them all, because that's usually the last one that I get. Oh, nope, nope, nope,
Shame
nope.
flies.
Go to the other side.
Certainly done a better job of damaging my operation than this fool of a cat burner. I shall force him to watch as I destroy you. Tibuus laughs as he draws a protective spell around himself.
Held monstered. Fair. Fair. I can't see anything in the bloody quest anyway, so why would I start now? Just don't feel like wasting my time going back and forth. Just wait over here and beat him down. Wait over here and beat him down. Oh, another hold person. I can barely see a bloody thing in this damn quest. So there's an interesting cube pick list. 2 1-mana dorks, two fetch lands, Siege Gang, Creeping Tar Pit, Thought Scour, Preordain, Freebooter, Wrenn and 6, Snappy, Shield Breaker, and a Lightning Bolt. That's a stacked pack.
I'm afraid it might be contagious.
Snap's not good enough to cut off blue. But the only black card is Freebooter. Could be value in cutting black. And you still leave Tar Pit and Catacombs in the mix. But I feel like the pick is probably Wrenn 6, right? No, probably not. Yeah, it's a tough pack to pick from. I'm gonna be doing all sorts of work today. This guy can't have that many hit points left, right? No.
Breaking his hold over Orifon. Orifon quickly mutters a mystic phrase over the scroll, destroying the connection between the old stone hall and the Shadowfell.
I have no idea where Golden Tree is, so I'm not going to worry about it. Right. Oh, a Skullduggery kit. Time to go! That's a tough one. I'll have to think about that some more. See, it's 1 o'clock. I'm actually really tempted to call it a morning here. But getting in Poo Poo Cat, or getting in with Poo Poo Cat on the other hand, for some Cerulean Hills runs doesn't sound bad. I'm gonna, I think maybe doing that will be reasonable, depending on the difficulty that they're doing. I'd kind of like to get to 26 today before we log off.
In sewer again.
What? They're still spread out all over the place. So we have time to decide if we're going to get in there or not. I was really hoping to get into an explorer group today, but I haven't found one yet. Yeah, see, they're still nowhere near here. Oh no. I might just call it here, actually. Call it a morning. We did 1 level. Yeah, I think I'm going to. I just have to use the... I have to take a break. I just don't think I have a choice. So I will definitely be back today around 7. Might make it back a little bit earlier, but maybe not. I'm not sure. It really depends on what's going on with the wife. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. If you did, please do me a favor and go over to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/SamusRobo, and subscribe over there. I really appreciate it. Otherwise, hope you guys have a wonderful day. We'll see you guys in a few hours.